Oh, welcome, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Heard of thought, heard of thunk, heard of realised, heard of imagined, heard of credentialed towards, researched about, qualified for. Real health is what we're eating. For the podcast people, I'm doing my podcast stance. And for the video people, warts and all today, this is how I'm, at least for the last dozen or so podcasts, they've been done in this manner. Lying down, having a Bex and a good lie down, as the Aussies would say. So today, you've clicked on the best biohack ever. And for the visual people, bad luck, this is all you're getting visually. But it's the words. And with the with those podcast people, you're none the wiser. So biohacks. If you look up a biohack on Google or whatever, the classifications are usually fitness oriented. There's diet oriented stuff. There's the intermittent fasting. There's the different types of diet tribes out there. Then you have the with the workout people, you got the HIIT and TUT and 6-day split, 2-day split, and all those sort of people. Then you get the cardio people. Then you get the endurance people. Then they're all tribes in themselves too. Then you get the supplementing people. I'm part of that crowd. My supplement dealer is Longevity. I've never looked back. It's a godsend, that stuff. Then you get biohacks like, so you got the supplements, you got fitness, diet, right? Then you have the sleep biohacks. There's even contraptions now. There's wearables. There's for the sleeping people. There's 8 Sleep I've heard about in recent times, where temperature based on your mattress and all that sort of thing. Then you have the extracurricular substance type people, the medication people, the hormone people. Then you get the inject things into different body parts type approach. And I'm sure there's others in the list. This is I felt like saying, this is not the best biohack in the world. It is just a tribute. So what I advocate for here, yes, it's more of selling my approach, advocating for my approach, which is a softer word. And yes, I do have a income stream in what I'm advocating for. I wish it was better. What we really should be concentrating on, here it is, which I've also thought up a profession title for myself. Where's the bloody camera? There it is there. Epi-nutritionist at your service. Here is the best biohack ever, as a clickbait, as a further advocating for what we should be doing. This is probably not the best way to see me, but it is warts and all. So this is what you're getting today. I don't know. This might be the next go-to podcast position. Anyway, or visuals. Someone in their own home, sitting on their bed, lying on their bed, in the spare room. But anyway, it's a bed at home. So this epi-nutritionist, soon I'll be giving myself a Lifetime Achievement Award, don't you know? Because what I advocate for here will save all the world's health woes just like that, just like that. And you get all the tribes out there. You get the carnivore people, the plant-based, the fitness people. They may look fit, but let's see if they get into their octogenarian years and beyond. Yes, I am part of the workout crowd because I do some activity. Not, I'm probably still in the 90th percentile, but I do some calisthenics now. Still do a little bit of gym, a couple of days a week, just to fill in. Coming off, my last year of going to the gym, because guess what? I don't want to go to the gym. It's just not my scene, my style. So I've got a calisthenics rig in the backyard. So that's what I'm doing, and I average 20 or 30 minutes on that, doing pull-ups and dips and that sort of thing. I've got gymnastics rings, which I would like to at least become mediocre at. So that's my thing. So biohack. Yes, I am jumping around. That's what I do. I'm the best jumper around of what I'm trying to discuss. But sometimes I get there. Sometimes I do. So the best biohack that you will ever get, I'm telling you, is this. Firstly, we need to digest what's coming in our diet, okay? We need to digest it. If you are taking any PPIs, any indigestion or heartburn tablets, you're stuffed. You better improve that, because downstream, nothing. If you got leaky gut, H. pylori, and all those sort of things, you hear about the microbiome. There's microbiome hacks out there. There's the people that advocate for what is it? The foods that are pickled. What's that category of food again? Oh dear. I think you know what some listeners will know what I'm trying to get at. Anyway. So you got that crowd, the preserve, the people that put things in jars. Anyway, you know, I'll know after a while. So digestion, very important. But those pickle people, they're on the sort of right track, but it's not the total answer. The full answer, which make the answer that makes the answer answerable and achievable and sortable, your gut issues are answerable. Stage one is increase your salt intake. Yes, even by me saying it, from decades of salt is bad, we better be increasing our salt intake to increase the hydrochloric acid, the pH in our gastric juices needs to drop dramatically to digest our food. Okay, that's the first part of the biohack. Should I lump it as a biohack in itself? My whole clumsy branding that I've now migrated to the Health 44, used to be the Keto 44, and before that it was the 44, the Twisted Dairy and Egg. They were my go-tos. I was advocating for a dairy and egg diet because that's what I like, you see. But what I advocate for here can be done in many different ways with all the diet wars out there, with all the diet tribes. So, digestion. Increase your salt intake. Even if you're a vegan, increase your salt. Put salt on your avocado or whatever you're into, right? If you're a carnivore, keep the lion diet people with the water, salt, and meat diet, keep it up. Those carnivore people, you better be eating liver or kidney, because in 5 years you're going to be perhaps falling off the wagon. If you've been doing carnivore for 5 years, you're fairly rare if you haven't migrated into eating cheese and bacon and all that sort of thing, and that'll get you to fall off the wagon. Anyway, so that's the first part. Then, whatever you're eating, when it's digested, it needs to be absorbed. Okay, and the elephant in the room to increase absorption is to eliminate 4 categories of food. Well, 1 or 2 categories especially, but there are 4 categories. The first category, and the most important, the 90%er, is gluten. Wheat, barley, rye. That's what Google will tell you, but you also need to add in there oats and buckwheat these days, I think. Buckwheat is becoming one of those, another grain that is a no-no, because the oats and the buckwheat also have pro-inflammatory cytokine properties, which damage the villi in our small intestine. That part of our physiology does most of our absorption. If it's 90%, if it's not 90%, it's certainly up there in the amount of absorption it does. Okay, so once we are digesting well, it's a good sign if you don't have some of the indigestion type symptoms. It's a good sign that you are digesting. If you've got things like H. pylori and bloating and overt burping, all those sort of symptoms, bowels, I'm not sure if that'll relate to digestion, that sort of thing, some of the other leaky gut symptoms, but whatever the go-to symptoms are for that, digestion, right? So then we need to absorb, get rid of your gluten, but you need to wait probably 3, 4, 5, 9 months. If you're 80 years old, you better be investing the rest of your life in getting off gluten, because you've just spent 70 and 80 years damaging the villi in your small intestine, and it's a miracle that you're still alive, because you're probably only absorbing 3% of the micronutrients that are going down into your stomach. So if you're, say, 40 or 50, you better give yourself 4 or 5 months. For each decade of life, give yourself an extra month to recuperate. 95%, probably 98% of us are gluten insensitive, to the point where the villi in our small intestine are damaged to the point where it's like a shag rug, grabbing the micronutrients as they come through, hopefully digested. Eating, in that example, eating gluten or pasta, bread, all that sort of thing for 40 and 50 years, well, you'll get into the point where it's not a shag pile carpet anymore, grabbing those nutrients. It's like a fire hose, straight through, only probably absorbing 5, 8%, 10%, who knows. The reason why you're still alive is because you are absorbing a bit. When you're starting to get those chronic diseases in your 30s, 40s, 50s and beyond, well, that's all micronutrient deficiency issues. Oh, I know, because when I started to digest, absorb, get dependable daily supply, that's the third part of the biohack, the digest, absorb, dependable daily supply. That is the biohack. That is the go-to, in my humble opinion. Well, it's not so humble, because I'm smashing health out of the ballpark. Unbelievable, my health. Yes, unbelievable. So, that's number 3, dependable daily supply. My dealer, my micronutrient dealer, is longevity. So, if this biohack, this clickbait, this gimmick that I'm on in this episode resonates with anyone, there's a link tree in the show notes. Look me up, or order the products that I advocate and vouch for. This is my what's that? 1, 2, 3, fourth year. I'm into my 4th year, and haven't looked back. Have not looked back. It's a miracle. It's an absolute miracle, and it will be a miracle for you. Trust me. If it's not a miracle for you, I better see what you're doing. Because I'm sure there's a chink in the armor of what you're doing. So that's where I have my concierge health advisor service there on also the link tree on the show notes for the astute, or for the very broken health seeker out there, which is floundering and they're not sure what to do. So if you want the best biohack, known to man. This guy has just given it to you. Digest, absorb, dependable daily supply. Because if you're one of those clean diet hack, biohack people, eat a clean diet, eat this diet, that diet, all that sort of thing, organic, whole foods, Mediterranean, pick your poison. Well, pick your go-to. To get the micronutrients that we require, and what we do require, yes, you know, the 2.2 regular listeners, you'll know what I'll be saying now. We need those 90 declared essential micronutrients. All vertebrates, not just humans, but all vertebrates need 90 plus, but 90 for now, declared essential micronutrients, because if you're not getting the adequate amounts of those 90 declared essential micronutrients, well, firstly, you'll be sick, and then you're dead. And the reason, you can still be alive if you're absorbing 2%. Not very well, but you can still live past age 80. It's a miracle, but you can. And the reason why you're aging, getting grey hair, getting all wrinkly and whatnot, it's not because of the sun. It's not because of genetics, smoking, and all that. It's micronutrient deficiencies, the go-to for those visuals that I just listed off, selenium and copper and those sort of minerals. But it's not just going out to buy copper and selenium and all the others that, oh, I need potassium, need magnesium, need phosphorus, well, you need all the 90 declared essential micronutrients because they all work together in a synergy type arrangement. How they relate to each other, we don't know. We've done enough of independent micronutrient type studies over the decades, even centuries. We've known about the whole scurvy story. We know about all those, but we hit the mother lode in the 60s, declared them in the 70s and 80s, and then we still walked away from it. We had to rely on soil scientists and veterinarians to uncover what is required. But those human scientists and doctors, we have insurance, we have antibiotics and steroidal type medications which treat us like that, instant. Putting a cream on, taking something steroidal at least, or antibiotics, it's instant. It saves our lives, all that sort of thing. Yes, but chronic disease, autoimmune disease, early aging, even hair loss is all micronutrient deficiencies. Yes, even I said hair loss, male pattern baldness, even in the ladies too, thinning out with the hair, tin deficiency. Anyway, that's another clue there. It's not just getting tin into you. You need all those micronutrients daily, according to body weight. If you're 50 kilograms, you need that much. If you're 100 kilograms, you need that much micronutrients. You need to firstly digest it and then absorb it. But get a start. Because if you're not supplementing these days, you'll just have to die at the average age of 78, if that is the average. Oh, but, our family, we all live into our 80s. Well, look around you otherwise, because that is a miracle if everyone in your family is living to become an octogenarian plus. Yeah. And all I've got in my 51st year of life, all I've got is let's compare notes with all the gurus and the PhDs out there. Let's compare notes in 15 years, 30 years, pick your time frame. Show us the studies. No, I'm not going to show it to you. It's all out there. Oh, but how about the studies of the vegan people? And that is where it all gets broken. Even though the studies are out there, that there's 90 declared essential micronutrients, This and that is important. That mineral is important. These minerals are important. This complex, that complex, these amino acids, that essential fatty acid, and all that sort of thing. Yes, there's a lot of even contemporary studies out there with essential fatty acids and all the other categories of micronutrients, but it's all fragmented. I am giving you the unified world champion biohack. Okay, digest, proper digestion, absorb, especially gluten, out of the contest. Dependable daily supply, bingo bongo. That is going to sort your aging, your health fitness issues, and your chronic diseases if you have any at the moment. Usually, if you listen to this sort of content, you're either fat, chronically unwell, or you have a loved one that is suffering from such. So, that is your biohack. Should I put a name to this biohack? The Health 44 biohack. Ooh. Yeah, so whoever's listened to this, save it or something. And if I don't know, if I get some sort of illness, I will eat my hat on this channel. I will eat my hat with, I'll even start to put, what's gluten? What's a gluteny thing? Sauces. I'll put sauce on there with salt. Maybe bring sugar in. Make the hat taste sugary. Bring sugar back into my life. If I am dying of a disease, I will be the first to put my hand up and declare that I am a schmuck. That is the epistemic humility that I have. And whoever would like to try what I'm doing, it just, you can do it without contacting me. You can weed through the quagmire of there will be some nuances out there. You better be reading labels. You better be understanding even what food manufacturers have to and don't have to declare in their ingredients list. You better understand that if you're getting something which is packaged, then that manufacturer also packages gluten items. You better understand that you could still get contaminated. Yes, I can still get contaminated. There's even a crowd that suggests that shaking someone's hands or intimate relations with people that eat gluten, you can still get contaminated. That's the that's the next level. But I'm certainly not. If visitors come to my place, I'm not going to hose them outside and put on decontaminated garments if they visit here. So yeah, that's next level on top of another level. That sort of approach. Anyway, so that is the biohack for the ages. Sort out your digestion, absorb, and those dependable daily supply, hopefully through longevity, because they understand what's going on there. Most of my approach is based on their methodology and understanding of what we require. They've got a list of 12 or 13 bad foods that you must avoid for overall health, but usually for the cardiovascular issue, cancers, the carcinogens and the absorption part. But part of my Health 44, just quickly for the 1.2 listeners that won't come back, is that those glutens gone, oils. So the first four of the 44 is eliminating 4 categories. So the glutens, eliminate. Oils, all oils in a bottle, including olive oil, no. You can have olive oil, but get olives from the tree, crush it, and consume it in that minute. Any storage of that oil will go rancid, it oxidizes. That's what damages that's the go-to that damages our cardiovascular system, is oils. Burnt animal fat and fried food, gone. If you don't eliminate those foods, Don't be surprised to still get heart attacks, even if you are digesting, absorbing well, and taking dependable daily supply of micronutrients. If you're not eliminating oils as well, you'll still probably get atherosclerosis and all those bad numbers that people panic about with cholesterol and whatnot, and then you have a heart attack at 91. See, it didn't work. Well, get the Health 44 understanding into you as well. Okay, so that's the second category of food to eliminate. Then you've got the sugars to eliminate, the refined sugars, and also limiting, maybe even, I've probably effectively reduced my fruit intake by 99%. And because fructose, once it leaves the liver, it's still sucrose, right? So sugars are out, and also nitrates, nitrites, the fourth category of foods that we need to eliminate. The new carcinogens in town, the nitrates, nitrites, mainly found in the processed meats. So those bacon eaters, you better cut the bacon, because that nitrates, nitrites goes in the bacon too. The ham, salami, spam, corned beef, all the processed meats, out. Pastrami, out, out. Pastrami in the Mediterranean diet, out. That's the four categories of food we need to eliminate, and the second for the 44 in the Health 44 regimen that I advocate for here is those four categories of micronutrients. Those 90 declared essential micronutrients, 60 of them are the essential minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 essential amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids. That makes up the 90 declared essential micronutrients. There are more that will be beneficial to our health and longevity, but if you don't have ample and satisfactory amounts of those 90 declared essential micronutrients, don't be surprised if you have a disease now and you die at say age 72. That's what I think the average age is at the moment, is 72. The year 2100, I believe the average age of a human being will be 67. 2150, 62. That's my prediction, because soil scientists understand this. It's not widely accepted, but if the minerals aren't in the soil, they don't end up in the food, and they don't end up into our tissues and cells, and then we die. Well, we get sick. We get getting sicker earlier too. Never mind the top end life expectancy. What's the use of living to the age of 80 when at the age of 64 you got 6 sets of medications on board? Yes. Do you understand? What if at the age of 57 you got the whole metabolic syndrome complex? You can't really walk much. You got this and that festering wound, and then you broke a bone, and then you still lived to the age of 77. And then all of a sudden you had a great life. No, you didn't. You lived 20 years of chronic illness. So there's lifespan and there's health span. We're getting sicker earlier, and that's also visual in the all the obese people of the world. Do you know that there's more obese people in the world than there are people going hungry? Oh yeah, that's official. That's official by the United Nations, by economists and the like. Yes, I've gone. Show me the data. Go and search for it yourself. Some of this, what I'm advocating for here, you better go on faith, because if you get stuck in the weeds, getting all geeked up and, but such and such says this, and this PhD says that, and then Andrew Huberman says that, and then Peter Attia says that, and then how about the Aussie guy Simon Hill says that, and then Mr. Sinclair says that, and then Mr. Williamson says this, and then you're in the weeds. You better stick to something with faith. I suggest mine. Otherwise, you're stuffed. And those fitness people out there, there's a lot of fit people that die young. So let's get this sorted out, shall we? And that's my effort, to sort out everybody's health. That's the best biohack in town. The Health 44, backed up by the whole digestion, absorption, and dependable daily supply thing that we require. Should I have something to call that that 3-step regimen to worry about, and then, you know, the whole Health 44. I don't know. But if you're not doing those things, not so humbly, I suggest that you won't live a healthy and long life. Let's compare notes, whatever time frame. I only started 4 years ago. If I was doing this for 20 years, I'd probably be in a better state. So there you go. For the visuals, I just delivered a podcast on my bed. Not the best visual for someone that would like to give good health visuals, but I told you it's warts and all. So, until the next time, hopefully. I'm glad to entertain the 2.2 listeners that I have, and yeah, until the next time. Remember, don't like, don't follow, don't subscribe, because don't give a darn. I'll continue to be healthy myself and the 2.2 other people out there. Sayonara, until the next time, mate.